I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and we need help.
Each week we stumble through a new book, method, or concept that brings us one step closer to being our best self.
Yes, we make fun of ourselves.
And others.
But mostly just ourselves. So here's to not taking self-help quite so seriously.
Welcome to We Need Help. I'm Lizzy.
And I'm Izzy, and today's topic is chosen family.
Yeehaw!
Choose. You can't be with the
choose
one you
your
love.
own
No, if
family.
you can't love the one you're with. Choose the one you want. I'm just going to make up a new song. If you can't.
This is a really fun topic because everybody I know has family issues.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Who doesn't? Like that's, I think, yeah. Everyone I know has something going on as well.
I thought there was several times I thought I found families that were perfect. And I was like, man, I wish we hung out like that. I wish this, that. And then it turns out they've got something fucked up in their family too.
Yeah.
We all have.
They're just faking it.
They're just better. They look better in their pictures.
They do. Yeah.
You know?
What is that Pink song? Family portraits. We look pretty happy. Yeah. That's that. I'm just going to sing.
Never heard it. Never heard it. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. My sister loves Pink.
You're the color or the songwriter?
The songwriter. And she's been to many of her concerts, the whole nine. I like her music. I just never got into it.
My friend also is a huge Pink fan because her husband cheated on her. And she's like, that song, So What? I'm Still a Rock Star. Like that got her through it. Like she had to like remind, like she would sing that in front of the mirror. Like,
good for her.
Yeah. So
are they back together or?
I don't know what their status is. They were like back and forth a lot. One of those, like they would get back together and he's like, I've changed. And then she would find like a whole other phone. So,
oh my God. I love it.
But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We've all got those friends that have those relationships and it's like, it's hard to watch.
I've been there. Like,
yeah.
I've been the guy with the phone.
Yeah. Wait, did you just say you were the guy with the phone?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to be one of the two, you want to be the guy with the phone.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to be the. Yeah. No. Okay. So
wait, let's clarify to our many listeners. What is a chosen family?
What the fuck we're doing here?
what the?
Well, let me clarify for you. When your family we're talking about today, when your family doesn't give you the support that you need in life, a life hack is to choose your own family.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that easy.
It's that easy.
And a lot of it is geography. If your family's not nearby you, or if your family is a real extreme pain in the ass, you might have to do it.
Or if they're just normal, but you're just not getting what you need from them. And that's fine. Not everybody can be everything to everybody. So you can choose people that'll give that to you.
And if you have a normal family, can you please write in? I'd love to meet you.
We'd love to have.
I mean, I always say it like this, even Jesus Christ had a stepdad. like no family is perfect.
Mom seems like kind of a victim. Like she'd be a kind of pain in the ass. You know?
Well, anytime somebody says this pregnancy just happened, I'm always skeptical.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we probably will lose.
Like I don't know if you listen to Louis C.K., but he like reads like one of his recent comedy things. He like reads from the Bible, and there's that story from the Bible where Jesus goes to the wedding with his mom, and his mom's like, "There's no wine here," and he's like, "Mom, come on!" Like. So then he has to change all the water into wine because his mom's like, "There's no wine here."
Did you ever read? Oh my God, there's this book called Lamb by oh shit, I can't remember. I'll get it to you. But it's told, Jesus's story is told in the from the perspective of his best friend Biff.
No. Oh my
It's
goodness.
okay.
Okay.
You will love it. I will get it for you. Don't worry about it. I got this.
You got this. Yeah, that's
Oh
awesome.
my God. Yeah, I probably have a copy of it right here. But anyway, so let's talk about this fucked up family uh hack.
Yeah.
So um I know that we wanted to talk about it because I think we have recently been feeling so grateful for the people that we've chosen in our life, right?
Absolutely. So I think it started with, um, so I don't have kids and I'm experiencing some grief around that or like some sense of loss that I don't.
Mhm.
And I went to a wedding over the weekend, a couple weekends ago, and the girl's mom wasn't there because she's, whatever, she couldn't make it. And so I kind of stepped in and played that role. And I just really felt like this is great. Like I'm able to show up and be sort of a mom figure, and she's able to be a daughter. And that's cool. Like, it's that Rolling Stones song, you can't always get what you want, but you get what you need. And I think that's what chosen
Yeah.
family does. Like, let's be here for each other. And your mom's not here. I don't have any kids, but this is who we're choosing.
Yeah, we can help each other out here. We got this. Like,
Yeah. And
yeah.
like I honestly, like when I went to visit you in Barcelona, it was so nice just to spend time with Scarlett, like be an aunt. And then
Yes.
recently, my friend's husband and daughter came over to Poland, and I spent like the whole day with her daughter, like shopping, and we like were trying stuff on and going to lunch. And she's like, you know what? You'd be a really good mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, like my heart was just full, and I was so grateful for this chosen family that I have. Like I don't
Yeah.
have kids, but I can have these kids around, and it's beautiful.
Well, yeah, and you mentor a lot of people. You guide a lot of people. So it's like, you've taken steps in your life to get what you need, whether or not they come through your uterus or not is irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. And I think there's this book, Homecoming by John Bradshaw, and he talks about that. He said, when you get to be an adult, you can either choose to continue to blame your family or your life circumstances, or you can take steps to find the people in your life that fulfill those needs for you. And so if you don't have
I
kids, go, volunteer at an orphanage or something or go mentor people, and they will have that role in your life.
I do think that when you choose to have a chosen family and accept that in your life, it is a step away from victimhood.
Yeah.
I do think that like it's okay, we get it. Your family, maybe they're not providing love or appreciation or any kind of support or grace or gratitude or any kind laughter even. Let's just say like your family's bringing you fucking down.
Yeah.
You can get mad and try to right that ship. I mean, we're talking when you're an adult. When you're a child, you're fucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's when the damage is happening. But like as adults, I know 55-year-old woman, like a 55-year-old woman who's pissed because her mommy wasn't nice to her as a child.
You're an adult now. Like it's time to move on. She did the best she could. You can't find
She
the
was fucked up. Now you're fucked up.
Go
Like
get
you
a
got
therapist.
somebody's got
It's
to
fine.
fix it.
Yeah. It's fine.
Somebody's got to fix your fucked upness.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't rely on your family, you have two options. Either you fucking just keep the destruction going, or you choose a different way to go.
Yeah.
And I'm just so like, I think this is a really important topic because I see so many people, blame their childhoods or their families for what is going on with them when, I mean, at the end of the day, once you're 25, I'm going to give these 23-year-olds a break because they're just trying to get their feet underneath them.
Yeah.
But like, once you're 25, you can rent a car, get your shit together.
Yeah.
Start to heal yourself, start to get your, if you have shitty sisters, you can find new sisters. If you have shitty brothers, you can find new brothers.
Yeah. I mean, there's billions and billions of people out there and they're all lonely. So
I just had the worst thought.
What?
I just had the worst. A life hack to having a bad dad is not to get with a 50-year-old man. Well, I mean, that is kind of nice.
A lot of guys out there want you to call them daddy. So
you know what? You got to find your way.
We are
Okay.
the duct
Maybe
tape
that is a
of
life hack.
we definitely are the duct tape themselves.
Sugar daddy, do it. Just do it. Like, why not? You had a bad dad.
Those
Get
college
yourself a
loans
sugar
aren't going to pay off themselves.
It beats the hell out of having to be a dancer if you don't want to be. I don't need to we already pissed off the entire micro penis community. I don't want to get strippers pissed at me.
No, we're just gonna.
I support strippers.
I
love them.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Okay, who is your chosen family, and when in your life have you had to when have you had to have more support from a chosen family?
There's been a couple of like key times when I think I would die without like my chosen family. When I moved up to Chicago, and I basically just subtracted everything out of my life. I decided I was the problem. I was picking the wrong guys, picking the wrong friends, picking the wrong bullshit to do. I realized then I started to write my own life story. I realized that my family had a lot of weird stuff in it that wasn't normal. And I started to build my own community in Crystal Lake when I lived there. And I luckily had Stephanie, who I talk about all the time. She took me under her wing. She had 4 sisters with me. She shared them. She had lived in the community since she was born. She shared the community with me. Everybody watched out for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like, I kind of figured out by watching them what like friendship looked like that way. And that was extremely, extremely helppful to me, like to understand what friendship, because I didn't have friends really before.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't even, I mean, I have friends from when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I don't know that I really understood what friendship was like. What was your first chosen family? I do have another example, like before that, when we lived on our block when I was a little kid and my mom didn't have any money. I mean, half the time our power would get shut off, and then my mom would pay the water bill, and her neighbor, Connie, who was like a second mother to me, she would pay her electric bill. So we'd go to her house for anything we needed for electric, and we'd come to our house for a shower.
Yeah.
And like they took care of each other that way. Poor people always have to rely on each other.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So that was like my first example of my mom building a tribe.
Yeah.
Like
for me, I don't really think I had a concept of a chosen family until I got sober. No, that's not true. I think you're one of my chosen family members. Like you're like a sister. My friend Kelly is like that. Like we could not talk for a really long time, but I still consider her like family. But when I was younger, I think it was just I had like best friends and they were just best friends, but I wouldn't consider them chosen family, because those friendships kind of, I don't consider them really friends anymore, right? But chosen family
Right.
to me is like time could pass, but you still like hold space for them in your heart. And you know that if you call them, they'll be there for you.
Yeah. Well, and they do serve chosen family. It's weird because unlike your regular family who's just there, not in a bad way, but like
Yeah.
I don't know, you have a life contract that you're supposed to come here. Chosen family is choosing you and you're choosing
Yeah.
them. So it feels a little bit more consenting,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I think, and then they fill like a certain role, right? So like you fill a sister role, Kelly fills a sister role. I have a mentor, Sydney. She fills like kind of a mom role, even though I have a mom, but like things that my mom can't provide, Sydney provides, right? So like,
Right.
so that's where, I feel like she's my spiritual mom, right? And then so
Yeah.
certain people fill certain roles. Yeah.
That's kind of what aunts do.
Yeah.
They kind of supplement the mom.
Yeah. 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 I feel like
Yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah, that's cool. So I think,
Oh my God. If I am bringing this up, I have to bring up my Aunt Pam, who was my second mom growing up, because my dad lived in Wisconsin. We lived in central Illinois. And my Aunt Pam lived across the street. And she's not my Aunt Pam. She's my dad's best friend's wife.
okay.
And she wanted little girls.
Oh,
And they had been trying for like 10 years to have a baby, couldn't have a baby.
mm,
She had been buying clothes for 10 years for a little girl. I know. So Katie was 3 and I was 4 when we met, maybe 5, maybe 2 or 2 and 4. But then she got pregnant, had a boy, had no, like all she wanted was girls. Then she got pregnant 10 years later and had another boy.
oh no, that's funny.
So Katie and I, and
You
she
guys
had
were
2
the girls.
nieces.
You were her
We were
chosen.
the girls.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, we served as her little daughters
yeah,
for, that was one of the best things in my life is her.
yeah.
Like, oh God, she is like freaking amazing.
hmm
She's just such a good person. I love my Aunt Pam.
We love you, Aunt Pam.
Hey guys, remember to go to We Need Help, the podcast, for all different kinds of stuff like our swag. You can find the episodes, you can find the books that we're focusing on, all the methodologies. Please go to We Need Help, the podcast today and enjoy the rest of the episode. When I moved to the Virgin Islands, that I had a major, you have to build a network there to
Yeah,
survive, really.
yeah.
And we raised our babies together and we mommed each other's kids. There were 6 of us and we had a little co-op that we preschooled our kids in. And now to this day, I love every one of those women so much and I love their children as my own. I really do.
Do you keep in touch with them?
Mhm. We're texting every other day, at
Oh,
least.
that's cool. That's really cool. And where are they? Like,
Yeah.
did everyone get displaced or?
My friend Robin is in Wisconsin. We got one in the Northeast, and then we've got everybody else is still on the island.
Yeah.
So, but I miss them so badly. They're like, I'm going to see one in October at least.
Yeah.
But and then when we moved to Florida, I've got MJ and my friend Lena, and MJ is like, I don't really understand how I went my entire life without knowing her,
Yeah.
but like we raise our babies together. Like I just uh was so happy because I got to give her youngest, her 10-year-old, a little birthday party this weekend.
Oh,
We all slept over, even MJ, like everybody slept
that's cute.
here. And it was just like the best.
That's
We're
awesome.
total supplements. Yeah.
I think you built that house so you could like house family, right?
Yes. And that's all I wanted. I wanted everybody to come here.
Yeah.
And it really from like my blood family, um, it's not as much as I thought it was going to be. But my chosen family, they're all like, when can we come? How long?
Like
And
our house is full almost every weekend with our chosen family because we have like a large sobriety community. And
Mhm.
we just have people all sizes and all, they're just all coming over all the time. And my mom's like, when can we come over? And I'm like I'm like, the dance card is full. Like,
Yeah,
so, but it's
yeah,
so nice to have like this full familial house with
yeah,
our chosen family. Yeah.
yeah. To me that when you can't get, you know, when your family is, I mean, sometimes they are so difficult, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been there, I know you've been there. And I love my family, but there are some times when I just am not getting what I need. And I'm so lucky to have these people in my life that you know, they do. My friends, Catherine and Dave, they're like, we spent every Christmas and Thanksgiving together when we lived on the island.
Yeah.
They're just like they love to cook and drink and uh play bocce ball and do all these things, swim and like it's just they're so fun and they love to laugh.
Yeah.
It's like we're I think it's really important as adults that we get what we need from life for joy. And even if it's not with our own families, that's
Yeah.
okay.
And forgiving our families for not being able to provide that because they just can't. And it's rather than just beat on them for not providing, go find it somewhere else. It's easy.
Well, here's what I know. I know I'm a pain in the ass. And I know, I'm difficult
Yeah.
in some ways. And I don't expect all of my family to appreciate my gifts. Because, I love to cook, I love to do this, I love to do that. Well, a lot of my family doesn't appreciate those things.
Yeah.
So
My
rather than,
family's like, chill. They think I'm too much a bit.
exactly, there are so many people in both of our families that we're just too much for.
Yeah.
But that's not their fault
Yeah.
that we're too much for them.
Yeah.
It's our responsibility to surround ourselves with people that we're not too much for.
Yeah.
I think that's really like a key uh joy hack in life. It's like, okay, I like to make pizza. Let's just say. I'm Some of my family can't eat pizza. They're lactose intolerant. So I love to make it. It's not their fault that they're lactose
Yeah,
intolerant.
you're not going to be mad at them constantly every day for not eating your pizza. You're just going to find people who love
I'm
pizza.
who want pizza and who are excited about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I can't get upset with people because they're not appreciating my party barge.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in many people's, events and stuff like that I'm like, this fucking sucks. I'm never coming to this again.
Yeah. And that's okay.
And I would hope that's how my family would be. I don't want people around me who don't appreciate me.
Yeah.
And
This is a question. Does your family have chosen family?
oh, I think so. Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah. Yes, I hope so. I know my mom does.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I know my mom, took on everybody under her wing so many
Yeah.
times. Um, I know my sisters do. Yes, they do. And can I tell you, like, this is a big deal. A lot of my chosen family that I picked is to make me better.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I really wanted to be um, a, a version of myself that I thought was better. So I I was like playing chess. The people I have in my life is playing chess for me.
There's a saying, show me who you walk with and I'll tell you who you are. I love that saying.
Well, a lot of the people I walk with are fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And I do that on purpose because they make me rise. And I think that that is really important. I would not, and I'm going to just tell you this, and you know this, I would not be friends with you if you didn't make me a better person.
Yeah.
A better version of myself. And I wouldn't be with my husband if he didn't drive me to be a better woman.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's really as a life hack, being with someone who makes you a worse or shittier person or makes you feel less is it. I don't care if they're blood or not blood. I don't think it's why we're here.
Yeah.
You know, if you leave somebody's house, and I've done it a million times, and I felt shittier about who I am in general, like my key things, my love language. For instance, my love languages are, it's food, it's, I am, there's, what are the love languages? If you remember?
Yeah, there's touch, there's quality time, there's gift giving, there's acts of service, and I'm forgetting one. Quality time, touch, words of affirmation, acts of
Words of
service.
affirmation. So, this is another thing. I require all those. And I love them all. I speak them fluently. And I kind of I like to have those in my relationships.
Yeah.
Not physical touch. Let me just be clear. If we're not having sex, we shouldn't be touching. That's how I feel. I mean, I like to cuddle with my child, and that is it.
That is, yeah, maybe your cat. How is your cat, by the way?
Yeah. Wonderful. They're both doing really well.
Oh, and they're
we
getting
get
along.
it. They're getting along, and little Fritz, his name is ended up Fritz. He is a joy.
Fritz,
We're
he's Austrian.
Well, Fritz is a shortened name for Francis.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So he's Francis is his real name, but he's more of a Fritz. I mean, he is like a goer. He's a doer.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so I like if people don't appreciate the way I love them,
Yeah.
and I don't appreciate the way they love me back, it really like I don't waste a lot of my precious time with them, and I don't waste a lot of their precious time
Yeah.
bothering them. I think too many times we want this family that is in our mind's eye, and we just visualize this family, and that's not the ones that we've got, and we just
gotta
spend our
family you have in your mind and accept the one you actually have. Yeah.
actually have, and you've got to quit trying to control them.
Yeah.
The worst thing I ever did was beg my family to come spend Christmas with me.
Yeah.
If you don't want to be there, I don't want you there.
Yeah.
The worst thing I did was beg somebody to like be a part of my life. And it was so self-loathing when I did it. I didn't realize it at the time. I thought, oh my God, I want to make it perfect. I wanted this. It was just me trying to control everybody.
You're like, I want what's on the Christmas card. It's supposed
Yes.
to be
I want the movie, and it just was not working. And then guess what? Once I stopped forcing them, the people who really wanted to be here came, and they were happy, and they appreciated any of my hard work, because all my friends, they love what I love. They love charcuterie boards. They love, like they love going over the top. They love they appreciate any effort that you put towards stuff. like, and they also like, they think I'm fun.
Yeah.
I hate when you're with your real family and they're like resentful.
One of my family members once told me that I laugh too loud. It's like,
That is heartbreaking.
yeah.
It's like, what? I mean, but as a family, we do have the ability to hurt each other
Yeah.
and not accept each other and not,
Yeah, because we
they're,
know where our buttons are installed. We know what to push. And yeah,
and we don't let each other change for the better.
it's hard. You grow up with somebody and suddenly they're different or your relationship changes and that's hard. I think that's hard on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is hard. And the only way to get around it is to either accept them for who they are. I mean, how many times have I said this? You do not have to make a spectacle out of putting some distance between you and somebody else. You don't have to fight. You don't have to you can just put a little protective boundary there,
Yeah.
and get the people that appreciate you for you in your life. And I mean,
What do you suggest to people who are lonely or like, because I do have a couple, there's women that I'm mentoring who are like, my kids never want to come see me. I hear that mantra a lot. Like, my kids never want to come see me.
well, especially since, a lot of times, and I know a lot of times you've put some pretty tough things on your children. So they're trying to deal with those things. And a lot of times you can't, you know, a lot of times you have to accept that you hurt somebody quite a bit. So my suggestion to somebody like that would be go do something you love and meet the people who love doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Or, just meet up with, I was trying to think, of different ways that I've met. A lot of people I met in when I lived in Crystal Lake was through a bar. But you can do, I mean, churches and bars are the exact same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Churches, volunteering somewhere. I think I really don't like when parents put pressure on their kids, like, you need to make me happy, right? Like, I think that's just like, why put that pressure on your children?
Oh my
So,
God, I
like,
know.
I think like what is best that you can do for your kid is be like a strong and happy mom, like, and be all right, and not put that pressure on the child, like, I'm looking to you for my happiness. Like, I think that's terrible.
It's terrifying
Yeah.
and it's all over the place. It's like, okay, after the kid is 25, once the kid can, rent a car legally, you like, you don't get any control over them. So like either develop an adult friendship,
Yeah.
but you can't rely on them for your joy. And it's
No.
awful.
Yeah, and it's that pressure like pushes them away. Like,
Yeah.
because you feel this responsibility and it's too much to bear,
Well,
and
I think a lot of that time that happens in divorces early. Like
yeah,
when the mom gets divorced from the dad, now the mom you know, she relies on the children for what she was getting from the husband.
yeah, I see that a lot. It's
Yeah.
too much to
So,
put on a kid. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, volunteer somewhere, get some adult friend. I mean, there's so much you can do rather than play the
You
big.
can reach out to people and say, "Hey, can we have hey, I'd love to pick your brain." Like there's social media is now like a wonderful tool.
Yeah, like, let's go out for a coffee and like, yeah,
Yeah.
there's no excuse. There's just
Yeah. And but
victims.
I would say if you do that, it's a vulnerable place to be. You have to be like kind of you're got to be willing to meet new people.
Yeah.
And you have to say like hey, I'd love to pick your brain. I see that you like this or whatever it is that makes you think that you'll like the person. And just say for an hour,
Yeah.
a one-time coffee for an hour.
Yeah.
That way I don't feel too intimidated that I'm going to be stuck with you.
Yeah. I remember when I moved to London, Maciek would go to work. I didn't have a job yet, so I would be stuck in the house. It was like a pretty village. So I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go explore, but like 2 days of exploring and then I'm done. Like, and I was like, I have no friends. So I remember calling my mentor. I'm like, Sydney, I have no friends. And she's like, go and ask somebody to go have coffee with you. Go sign up for something, go do something, and ask
Yeah.
somebody to go for coffee with you. And she's like, you're an adult. Be responsible for making friends. And I was like, like, but that
Yeah.
kick in the ass that I needed,
Yeah. You gotta get yourself out there, and it's scary.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's like the older you get, the scarier it gets. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
So
It's hard in Poland too. Like my mom has moved here from Florida and she joined a women's gym thinking like she would go and it would all be like women working out together and going for coffee, but like it's just not like that. Like it's not a very social place. So yeah, since we got a dog, it's been like people will only talk to each other through their dogs. Like, oh, like, but if you're just walking
yeah,
down the street, no one talks to each other. It's so funny.
the way I picture Poland and the way Poland actually is too, like, it's like very, like, I picture nobody ever like cracking one little smile.
I'm just not representing it very well, am I? Well, I just want you to be pleasantly surprised when you come visit. Like, what?
Oh, I'm going to be so happy. I'm going to be like, oh my God.
This is
I
magical.
mean,
Disneyland.
yeah, I love it.
All right.
Well, thank you for being one of my chosen family.
Yeah, thank you.
I love you. And I hope that this encourages anybody to go out and just do it, like, make your own joy.
Yeah.
Don't blame your family for your bullshit.
Seriously, you're an adult now. It's time to stop whining and do something about
quit,
it.
quit being a little bitch.
If you're lonely, like reach out to me on Instagram, okay? Probably I won't be friends with you because if you're lonely, probably no one likes you, but
Well, I was going to say that is not mutual. I do not want anybody reaching out to me. I'm responsible for my own joy and I already have it.
yeah, I'm up to here with joy, so
Like
not
all
expecting
maxed
joy
out
at
on
this
joy.
time. No new applications for joy at this time. All right. I love you.
Oh, fuck. I love you, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay, we're going to be talking about our weight plan thing, our exercise and eating good thing.
Actually, next Tuesday we'll be naked on here, so because we're gonna look so good.
Oh, okay. We should. That would be fun.
Oh my God. Oh my God. We have some fucking brilliant ideas.
We do. See you next Tuesday.
Tits out. Tits out. Thank you so much for joining us this week on We Need Help, the podcast.
Make sure to like, subscribe, like again, our YouTube channel, our Instagram, follow us wherever you can. It really, really helps us out and ensures that you won't miss any future episodes. So, yep, thanks to you, we can keep going.
We'll see you next Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.